Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Brand Podcast. I am your host, Angelo, and today we have a very special guest. We have one of the coldest flies on the wall. And what I mean by that is he'll be in the function in the corner. You don't even know he's there, but he's getting the best pictures, getting the best videos, and you didn't even know my boy was right there. Maryvale's own, yours truly media, a.k.a. Westside Peasy in the building.
Westside Peasy, yeah. Truly yours media.
Truly yours.
No,
My
cool.
bad. Yours truly.
It's easy to get it mixed up.
Yeah. My fault. Truly yours media. Because
yeah.
Let's touch on that real quick. Because rest in peace to your boy. That's where it came from, right? Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, my boy Justin Para.
Got you.
I met him when I was I think about 14, and it's weird because I think he died that same year. Like it was he was my brother's friend. You know, just like through the neighborhood and stuff like that. And I met him, you know, and I think he was dating one of my friend's sisters at the time.
Okay.
And to honor her, he got yours truly tatted on his hands. It was yours truly, you know, right?
Got you.
And then I always wanted to get a tattoo to represent him. You know, I was going to get something else or whatever. But as I got older, I was like, oh, that would be cool, a way to commemorate him, you know? So I got it tatted on my hands, just the adverse or the inverse, you know?
Yeah,
the reverse of it. And then I was like, okay, cool. Like I was trying to think about something to name my photography business.
Yeah.
And I wanted something like that would speak to people, both like for, I guess, the street culture, and also like I can take that into actual business, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that sounds cool. You know, it sounds professional. Truly yours media.
Yeah. What made you flip it? Instead of just doing yours truly.
Well, I actually like another thing. It's kind of funny is I'm really into music. You know, one of my favorite artists is Fora. You know, if you know who Fora is. And his brand is yours truly. You know? Like his clothing brand, like his whole thing is like yours truly, which is another thing. Like it was just a coincidence. It was a weird thing. It's like, you know, when you like reach a point in life where it's like shit just like, it seems like this was meant to be, and or it clicks in that way.
Yeah.
So I thought it was weird, like around the time like my friend died or whatever, maybe like a year after, that's when I discovered that music and the brand, you know, yours truly and stuff. And it's just weird because like I was kind of connected it to like my friend. It's like, you know, the yours truly and whatnot. So obviously I didn't want to like seem like I was biting, you know, because that would be, you know, and especially like we just talked about copyright a little bit ago, you know what I'm saying? So but that was pretty much it, you know. Again, just a way to commemorate my friend. You know, he was a really good dude. Growing up, like how like where we grew up and stuff like that, not a lot of people like show love for you. It's like it's real dog eat dog, you know. And for me, I felt like he showed genuine love for me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give that back in a way. So.
And where exactly? Let them know. Where you from?
I'm from Maryvale, you know, Westside Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
Right there on like 71st and Indian, you know.
71st and Indian.
Yeah, 71st and Indian school, you know.
Yep, I used to work at that Little Caesars right there.
Yeah. I used to work at the Pizza Hut right there.
Oh, for real? Okay,
yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I seen some dude get shot. Yeah, bro, in the front of the Pizza Hut.
For what? Just random?
Yeah, I was just working, bro. Like I was working. Like if you see the layout of it, there's like a little window that kind of shows out to the parking lot right there. Right there's like a bank in front of it, and my car was parked right there. I had like a little a '97 Acura or whatever. And
I had a little Integra too back then too.
Okay. Fucking, I was washing dishes. I was talking to like I think I was training one of the girls that were just starting and shit like that. And all you see is two black dudes like arguing. One's in a car, one's not. You know, whatever. You could barely see them. And then all you hear is pop pop and see the flashes. You know. And I was like, what the fuck? And like immediately I was like, just in case like a bullet come through the window, I was like, I got down, you know?
Yeah.
And I told a homegirl, get down. I was like, hey, just get down just in case, you know, be safe, you know?
Yeah, give it a second.
And then we'll see what's good. And then I got back up, and then we all went outside naturally because we're fucking nosy, you know? And then we seen some dude just fucking laying right there, bro. Like, I think he was like the building was like right here, and he was like maybe 100 feet that way. Wow. And I think because he tried to take off afterwards, you know, and I think he just passed out. And he died, bro. We found out like I think like the next day or like a few days later because they had to tape everything off. I couldn't even get my car, bro. I had to walk home.
No way.
Yeah, luckily I only lived down the street. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
your car was too close to the scene.
Yeah. So they taped it off, bro, and I had to like walk. I had to walk to work the next morning, and at that time again, like I had two jobs. I was working at Pizza Hut, and then I was working at a a parking garage downtown. So I had to walk, get in my car. I think like at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and then I had to go drive downtown. It was a whole thing, bro.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
When I worked at Little Caesars, I lived behind the Fries, the neighborhood back there.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I mean, it's hood over there, but the time that I stayed there, I didn't really, I didn't see nobody get shot. Thank God.
Yeah,
God damn,
that was the first time, I think first and only time I seen somebody get shot. And it's not the worst area, but it's definitely not the best.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best. Yeah,
like it's definitely not the best.
That's crazy though, but that's dope that you was hustling that early. So you said you had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fire, bro.
Yeah.
So what around what time was that? Like high school or?
I think I was I was out of high school. It was when I was like 19.
Okay.
I was about 19 at that time because pizza was my first job. No, sorry, it's not my first job. It was my second, but it's my first like job that lasted a minute.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you hustling early, like when you were young, like just random little hustles or anything like that?
I would say like I had it in me, but like nah, bro, it really wasn't that. I was really like, I didn't really have no how can I say, like no drive. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have that motivation to like, oh, I gotta do this. I think because it was more so like not confident in it, But I would do little things here and there, like cut people's grass. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a job at the mall, but really I was like doing a lot of school. Like I was doing that, even though I was like fucking up sometimes. Which would cause me not to have no fucking drive, I was just doing school and shit like that, and then I tried to go to college, and that shit kind of like fell through, So it's a bunch of trying to bounce around, trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And early on, did you get caught up in like some of that street stuff? Because you live right there, so there's a lot going on in that area.
Yeah, it's like interesting, and funny in a way, cause like I mean, I'm a nerd. I'm still a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I grew up a nerd. You know what I'm saying? All I did was like play video games as a kid. I was like really inside a lot.
Okay.
And then when it came to like middle school, that's when I kind of like what you would call like jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then fucking through my brothers again, how I met my friend and stuff like that, my homie Justin. Like I just started hanging out with my brothers more, and like found this whole new way of life, you feel me? Like, the street life or whatever. So I got tapped in a little bit, got into shit, but ultimately just kind of like figured out that it's really not the career for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a couple friends that like that's still their life, like that's still like they still wholeheartedly believe in it. But for me, it's more so just an experience, so that way, like for me, it's like, I lived this life, I lived that life, You got street smart and book smart now, basically. You feel me? So it's good, I mean, it needed to happen for me, and I think it needed to happen as far as minute as it may have been. It teaches you things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm noticing, talking to you is like you're really your eyes are open. I don't even know if some people like to say your third eye, but like your eyes are open to everything that happens around you. Even like you said, you're saying like, oh, it's a coincidence, this and that. I feel like that happens for everyone, but some people don't notice it. Like they're not looking for it. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're always looking for something that's going on in your life, whether it's going to keep you going forward or something that could bring you back. You always got your eyes open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Self-awareness is a gift and a curse, bro.
Exactly. Self-awareness.
And that's always been me. Like, it's always been me, like super self-aware. It's funny. I mean, you ever seen, like any hood movie, really, right? Or like Don't Be a Menace or like shit like that. Like the one homie who's like always preaching.
Yeah.
And I was like, but.
And they're like, shut up,
like,
bro.
That's me, bro. That like my homies will get tired of me, and it's like, don't get me wrong, like we're from where we're from, but it's like at the same time, like you have to have some sort of like way out, or you have to have some sort of level of different thinking, If not, you're destined to like just go whatever route you are on. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have a plan.
Yeah, you gotta have some type of plan, or you have to open yourself to like different ways of thinking, because again, regardless of where you are, it don't have to be this. But if you are just linear in your thoughts and that's all you want to stick on, like tunnel vision per se, it's just like you're never going to experience everything that life has to offer.
Yeah.
You're never going to learn. Like, and that's what we're here to do, right? Here to learn get as much out of life as we can before we ultimately not here no more, you know?
Yeah, bro.
So-
That's fire. You spitting bars real quick on
Yeah.
them. But so fast forward in a little bit to COVID. That's when you started picking up the camera. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So did you before that time, did you dabble at all in like, did you take pictures for the homies, or like were you the photographer or was it even not even in your mind
That's
as far as
That's a good question. I've always been an artistic person.
Okay.
You know, I think it's just more so out of like, again, trying to get what you can out of life, you know, or like just wanting more. You feel me? Like, so like when I was younger, I used to write, you know, like poetry. I used to try to like write raps and stuff like that, but I was trash at
so
that.
no rapper name?
Yeah,
Did you even
nah.
get to the rapper name?
Nah, I was trash, bro. Like, you know, but
Okay.
I think everybody that grows up in the hood, you know, thinks that they can fucking do that.
I
You know
do
what I'm saying?
too.
Like,
But that self-awareness lets
so
you know.
it's like, nah.
That's
yeah.
not me.
Humbled myself real quick. Nah, fucking
That's funny.
but yeah. So again, like you said, like I never really had that, but I always had like our artistic itch. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So when COVID hit, it really just kind of like hit me. I was like, bro, I need to do something.
Mm.
You know, I was like, I'm just working my job. Everybody's working from home. Me especially. You know, like I work a corporate job.
Yeah.
You know, at least for like my main career and shit. And it's just like being home, bro. It's like almost like being in jail. I'm like, damn, I feel bad for people in
You
jail.
didn't want to be Peasy from State Farm no more.
Hell nah. But fucking but yeah, so I was like, man, I just told I remember I posted it on Facebook. It's still on there. You know how your memories pop up and
Yeah.
shit. It's like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna just buy a camera. You know, I just posted a random thought, and then literally within like a few weeks, I bought one, and then I started fucking with it. And then I was like, okay, this is just something to do, so that way, you know, I can keep my mind like I keep my sanity and shit.
Yeah, something to look forward to.
Yeah, and then it like everything else kind of drew me in. Like it's a conversation starter, you know, to say the least. People are like, oh, you got a camera? Like, what do you do? Blah blah. And at first, it's just like I was like, oh, I'm just kind of here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just here. I just bought a camera. I'm not really whatever. But as you get into it, you know, you get different experiences. You know, people maybe want to pay you. You get that experience. It's like the business side of things, and then you know the artistic side of things. You kind of just fall into it.
How early did that switch from you just popping up, taking pics to like, oh, now I'm getting some money from it?
It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick because like one thing, especially like when I started to become older, because I'm 30 now, you know.
Yeah.
But I think I was like 26, going into 27 when I had it. So I was already in an adult mindset. So I was already in a space where I was like, bro, like I have like financial responsibilities. I have stuff like that. I was like, if I'm gonna do this, there needs to be some type of return on investment.
Yeah.
Because even before that, I was getting into investing in like crypto
Gotcha.
and shit like that, and I was making money, bro.
Oh,
You know what
damn,
I'm saying?
okay.
Like a lot of people were like, nah, like this shit sounds stupid, blah blah, whatever. But like, I mean, my lady will tell you, like I had like, I didn't get to touch that money, but as far as like crypto, like I had like 10 bands in there,
Wow.
you know, and like you know how it goes up and down
Yeah.
and stuff, and I was hoping it'll go back up. But it ultimately ended up depleting. But I think I made like a good $5,000.
Okay.
Like in a few months.
Yeah, hell
Of
yeah.
it, you know. Like I took my lady to San Francisco off like 2 flips in like 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I put like $100 in.
And
I
a little
made-
Dogecoin, or what would you?
I forgot what coin it was, bro.
Just a random coin.
I'm telling you, I was like, while I was doing my job, I was on it, my phone, I was monitoring it, everything like that. And I put like 100 in that morning. Within an hour, I made like 800, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put some back." And then 2 hours, I made like another 1,000.
Yeah,
like
you're
in like
like,
a few
"Oh,
hours, bro. Flip that shit real quick, you know. So I say that to say is that going into the photography space, I was like, I know if I'm gonna do it, and people are willing to pay me, then what I need to do is I need to get good enough in order to make that a possibility.
and make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, you learn the business side of things. I'm still not perfect in it, right? But you learn as you go. It's like, okay, cool. And then, you know, you get that you get like that itch, or you get that like realization, like, oh, I can make money off this, you know? So that's when you start like, you know, putting your foot down a little bit, or like, you know, being intentional. I think is the best way to put it.
Got
You know,
you.
you be intentional with your craft, you know?
How important is it to just do shit out of the love too? Because, for example, with us, I didn't even know you were at our event.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was maybe the next day or the next 2 days or whatever, before we even got our content out, you had pictures of our event.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, these pics are hard. And literally, bro, so my vision, bro, was to have that lowrider in the front, like right when you walk up, and you captured it. And I was like, bro, that's like what I had in my mind, and you captured it.
Hell
you know? So like, and you did that. We didn't ask you to do that. You didn't tell us you were going to do that. Like, how important is that too? You know, just doing that. That kind of like, that really cemented you in my mind. I was like, bro, he just did that out of love. Like, you could have hit us with like a pack and been like, and put Peasy over it so that we can't use it, and been like, hey, bro, I did this, you know, $30, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't. You just threw it on your page. Like, how important is that too?
It's very important. I think, and that's another thing I'm learning too, is I'm learning the balance. You know what I'm saying? But again, you come to the realization is it's very important to do things for the art and for love, you know? And for that, like, I generally go with the rule of thumb to make it easy on myself and people. I was like, if people are reaching out to me and they say, hey, like, you know, I want this, then I'll say, okay, then we could talk about work. Like, if they want me to shoot like portraits for them, right? Or if they want me to show up at an event that I'm not already going to go to, you know? Because, I mean, there's only so many spaces you could be, you know what I'm saying? If they're like, hey, I want you to show up at my event and take some photos and blah, blah. Okay, cool. Like, let's talk money. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm already there, usually I'll pop up just because I want to pop up. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to go out, I want to drink a beer, kick it, eat, you know? I just happen to have my camera. You know what I'm saying? I take it everywhere. Well, pretty much everywhere. But yeah, like that, it's like, again, like I seen the flyer on Guess What Tacos, you know? And I was like, bet. And I was down a little bit for, like, I didn't have a camera for a while, you know? And I was like, I just got a new camera. I was itching to like take it out, you know? And it just happened to be there.
Wow.
So it's like right place, right time. I was there, you know, I met some people. I drank a few beers, you know? I ate a little bit. The food was good over there. And I was like, I'm gonna start snapping some pictures, you know, and just kind of kick it, you know?
For sure. What do you think, because I don't think people think about this enough. With photography, what you're doing, your job and your whole life, if that becomes your life,
right,
is people watching.
Yup.
That's what you do, like for a living.
When you break it down,
it's people weird, watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, and capturing a moment that you that maybe other people didn't think that was a moment.
Right.
But that's what you do. You people watch and you capture those moments. What did you think of the vibe at our event? You know, like, was it cool? Was it chill? Like,
I thought it was good.
Okay, cool.
That's one thing I will say, and you know, for you guys as well. But with Abe, I think he throws good events. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Abe, man.
Yeah, I've met him a few times. I met him. We were just talking about it at that the Heated Soul. Yeah, when I was hanging out with the dudes from Family Tide, and I seen him. You know, I seen him before that, of course. Yeah. But I've chopped it up with him a few times. He's a cool guy, and I think the events that he throws is good. Again, very neighborhood friendly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when I seen you guys doing the podcast, obviously, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I was like, they have, you know, the DJ element. They have the podcast element. They got the, you know, everybody's kicking it, having a good time, you know? So that's kind of like what made me, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I need to capture these certain things. And you're right. It is people watching, you know, in like the... Like, when you break it down to its simplest form, that's what we do. We people watch. But I think that, again, there is an art in that. You know, there's an art in, like, the frozen still that literally, even as I'm moving right now, it's like milliseconds that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? And when you're kind of like zoned in, right, or you're locked in, you're able to capture that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's 100% an art, bro. Because like I said, that shot that you got of that lowrider, that shot was in my mind, bro. So, like, for you to be able to walk in and see, oh, okay, let me get that one. That was like in my imagination. Yeah. So you pulled that out, and that wasn't even people. You know what I'm saying? That was a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So you have a real eye and a real art, because a lot of people, especially since COVID, everybody try to tap into their art side. You know, and some people really found their niche. You know, like you found the photography. I sell vintage clothing as well. So I kind of jumped into that heavy during COVID and everything like that. But there's some people that jumped into it and they liked it, but it wasn't really for them. And that's okay. You got to try things. I can say, bro, from your work, this was for you. Yeah. Like, you have an eye, bro. You've been killing it. Is there any of any shoots that you could think of that was like your favorite, where those came out exactly? Because, you know, it doesn't always work how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Is there any you could think of that was like, that was what I wanted and it came out like that?
Yeah, actually, like I specialize in like portrait photography. That's what I do. Like that's kind of how I would say kind of made a name, you know?
Okay.
You know, shooting like models and shit like that.
Yeah. I know you mentioned you were shooting your cousin, right?
Yeah.
She was a model?
Yeah, my cousin Renee. And there's this one girl I shot. I shot her at this little coffee / plant. No, actually it's a plant shop. I'm sorry. It's right there. Do you know where the Wayward is downtown?
I don't think so. Where's
Okay,
that?
it's called the Wayward Tap House. It's not there no more, unfortunately. But
Oh,
it was real
okay.
cool. It's one of those like hipster spots downtown. You know, that's kind of like where that's usually my kick spot. You know,
Okay.
if I'm gonna go have a beer and shit.
That area. Yeah.
But there's a place right across the street. I don't know what it's called, but it's a plant shop. It's real cool. It's real chill, out the way. You won't even notice it if you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? But behind there's like a little, I think what they call a nursery for plants.
Yeah.
You know? And they also have coffee right there. So I hit up homegirl. I shot her a while back. I shot her at this a long time ago, actually. This was before this shoot. I shot her at some abandoned airfield in Chandler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you have to like drive off the road to get to it. You're not even supposed to fucking be there.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
But I'll show you if
Yeah.
you want, but it came out fucking sick. Those two, there's another one that really came out exactly how I envisioned it. But for her, I have this one shot where there's a skylight in the thing for the nursery.
Gotcha.
And it's like almost like angelic. It's like looking down at her and she's like looking up at it. And that literally is like my favorite shot. You know? And her too, like, you know, being the woman that she is, she's like an Italian girl or whatever. She's like married to like some guy in tech. He makes like so much money.
Yeah.
So she was telling me about it, but she's real cool. Like she knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows her looks and everything like that. All I had to do was press the button, you know? And that honestly is my favorite shot. And I'll show you so you understand kind of what I'm thinking.
Send it to me and we'll put it like on for the YouTubers. We'll
got you.
throw it up there just so
Yeah.
that they could look at it while we were talking
I got
about
you,
it.
I
That'd be
got
fire.
you.
Damn, that's dope. So that one came out like
Sick as fuck.
that's what I wanted.
Sick as fuck.
Yeah. Is there some stuff that you didn't put out because either some happened where you couldn't or you didn't come out right or
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times where shit didn't come out right, or like
Okay.
maybe I just wasn't feeling it,
Gotcha.
you know, or like when you're too close to the art, you know, you're like always judging yourself. It's like, is it good? Is it not? You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things that like I haven't put out or whatever.
yeah.
But other than that, usually if I take it, I'm gonna put it out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to like get it off my brain.
Yeah,
Because I'm the type
yeah.
of person that like all obsess over it. I'm like, like I need to do it.
And you know it's still back there
Yeah.
sitting somewhere.
Yeah, and especially in the age of social media, because I only have so much time. You know, like I said, I have 2 jobs. You know, and I've been having it for a while. If even before then, I was like really busy all the time. So it's like for me, I have to like find a way of like living regular life and also trying to like, you know, live this social media life. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult. You know,
sure.
and it gets to you. And it's like I don't want my whole life to like be social media. I
Just
don't,
be
like,
content.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's like another job, you know. And it
No,
makes
for sure,
and
bro.
and it's like it makes you like not want to do it sometimes. You know?
Bro, yeah, like burns you out.
Yeah, you get burnt out.
Because
Yeah,
it's like not your love.
Exactly.
You know? Like you can go to 100 events because you love doing it. But like uploading all 100 events, you're like,
yeah, bro. Yeah, and then you know people are constantly hitting you up. They're like, "Oh, can I get that? Can I get that?" And it's like, bro, like I don't. It's not that I don't want to like engage with you. It's that like there's so much going on that it's
Yeah.
like information overload.
That's crazy. I didn't even think to hit you like, hey, can I get those pictures? Like I just thought of it as that is art. That's how it's supposed to be. Let him hold that content.
Yeah.
You know? I didn't think like because we hired a photographer for that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I met him that day.
I need to know what I'm getting type situation, you know? So I didn't. That's crazy. So people be hitting you, and you have a picture of them or whatever, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can I get that?"
Yeah, and it's cool. Like I don't
That's
mind
a job
it.
in itself, though.
Yeah, and I don't mind it. Like if I have the time or if I have like if it's already done, I'm like
Yeah.
I'll shoot it to you. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? But yes, like I said, it's like information overload. So like I just needed to put my phone down, even though I'm on my phone all the time. But it's just like I need to like do something else. You
Yeah.
know, like to like get away from that for a sec, and then I'll step back into it. You know.
Is there anybody? Because you work with a lot of people at this point. you do a lot of lowrider stuff, a lot of model stuff, a lot of like business events. Like you do a lot of different things. Is there somebody, because you've been doing it for what, maybe 3.5 years, you said?
About, yeah.
So is there anybody that you met where it just clicked and now you're like close with them like family and you didn't even know them before photography? I feel like that kind of happens in this line of work, you know, because you guys work together. Because I know in my vintage life, I have people like that.
Yeah.
Where like we just clicked and now I'm like Abe. Me and Abe are so locked in and I didn't even know him before this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have anybody that's like that?
I don't know if I have anybody that's like super close like that, because I do like to keep like myself like separated from stuff, more so just as like a safe space. You know, because again, being a photographer, and like no disrespect to anybody, I think it's just the reality of things, is like people see you as like that and they see you as a tool for their business. You know what I'm saying? They see you as a tool for that, and what they try to do is they try to get everything out of you versus pouring into you, you know? And again, that's cool. So long as like the business makes sense, whether it's a collaboration, whether it's money or whatever, that's cool. But once you start to talk about numbers with people or whatever, then they kind of, you see a different outcome, right? But I say that to say is like, that's why I kind of keep distance with certain people. But I will say, and my homie, do you know who Jay Vengeance is?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so he's a rapper. I think he's originally from San Diego, but I've shot a couple music videos for him. And that's my dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like, bro's like the hardest working man ever.
Okay.
Like, he's like, you see him on his Instagram, bro's up at like 4 a.m. doing push-ups. He works like a labor job, and he has like, I think 5-6 kids, still be popping up at every event on the weekends, rapping, pouring his shit out. Like, bro be hustling.
Okay. I'm have to tap in.
Bro's the definition of a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay Vengeance.
Okay,
yeah.
Shout out to
Muscle
Jay.
Shirt Vengeance.
Okay.
Muscle Shirt.
That's dope. So that's outside of the business. That's like your boy.
That's like my homie, you know? Yeah, I could hit him up. He'd be like, yeah, you know, what's up, PZ, blah, blah, whatever, you know? He's cool. He's a real cool cat, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think everybody that I've experienced is cool.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
for sure. But it comes back to that self-awareness, bro. You can see that people want to use you. And it's okay because they have a business, you have a business.
Right.
Like, let's pour into each other. But if nothing's being poured into you, then it's not a real actual relationship.
Right.
And your awareness to see that is it's different, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see that. They just see like, oh, this dude has a business, he likes me, let's kick it.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, bro, like we're not that cool.
Yeah,
you know?
and like, don't get me wrong, the likes are cool, the views are cool and stuff like that, but I got overhead. And when I overhead, it's just like, I'm talking about gas, you know? I got bills.
And time.
I got shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not that I want to be a dick, but in any course of business, even if no money's being involved in any course of business, you need to stand on it.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because if not, people will play with you real quick, and you're automatically the bad guy when you don't let people play with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you got to set that precedence from the start.
From the start, you know, you got to be respectful about it.
Of course, always.
Always be respectful about it, but at the same time, be firm. You
Exactly.
know, like nice but firm.
Yeah,
you know?
Me and Abe have got into it about business things, and I'll start off by like, hey, bro, I'm not trying to disrespect, and he'll be like, if you're disrespecting me, I'll let you know, bro. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
you know?
see, that's a good relationship. That's a good relationship. You know, everybody, you know, just kind of like says what it is, and then you go from there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You say your piece, and you go from there. But yeah, you know, people get emotional. It happens. It is what it is. But at the same time, it's like everybody has their path to go on, and if you're not kind of aligning with like what I'm doing, or if you're not getting it, then I need to make the decision to just be like, okay, I'm gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Talk to me about this To Live and Die in AZ event, because I'm not really. I'm seeing it after.
Yeah,
I wasn't familiar with it, and then me and my boy Manny just went to a sushi spot.
Yeah, and
a chick was wearing a shirt of the logo To Live and Die in AZ, and I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I'm about to have this fool on the pod. Yeah. So it was. You know, we see signs.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what that event was and everything like that.
So again, back to Jay Vengeance. He's the one who put me on. I think I shot a music video for him a few months prior to the first one. This was last year.
Okay.
Right? It was around the same time last year. But essentially, he's like, hey, bro. He's like, I want you to come out and shoot this music video for this To Live and Die in AZ show. Again, this is the one last year. And I was like, yeah, I bet, bro. Of course, he's like, he's paying me. That's the homie. Yeah. We're going to kick it, shoot, drink a little bit, and I'm going to be there, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my first time experiencing it. Mm-hmm. And basically, my my understanding at that time was like there's some dude. I'm missing his name, so I'm sorry, but I could send you his stuff. He's from LA.
Okay.
And he has it's called To Live and Die in LA.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like an art show, you know. And it's again street culture, you know, Chicano culture, like lowrider culture, stuff like that. And it's a big photography / like art show.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yep.
And he brought it here. So my homie, who I ended up meeting later, he's the one that collaborated with them and whatnot. And then he wanted to bring it over here, so To Live and Die in AZ, right?
Gotcha.
So that was my first experience with it. And then from there, fast forward to this year, they wanted to do it again.
So 2024.
2024, yeah. So I hit the homie up and I was like, hey bro, it's like if you got any spots for me, like I would love it, you know, for some of my work to be in it. And then it worked out. And luckily my homie who does who kind of works with him in collaboration to make it happen here, I think that's how I was good enough to like get the spot, you know? Like, he put in a good word for me essentially. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was really good. Like again, you know, to bring it here, like again, those guys from Family Tie, they had a booth there. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just a good space. It's a good space to like, you know, put your art out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a good space for, you know, anybody that likes lowriders or just Chicano, like, you know, or rap music, stuff like that. What they did this time though, I thought was really good, is they specifically brought artists out that were from the city. Because before, I mean, rightfully so. Before, there's a lot of LA artists. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like California artists and stuff like that, which only makes sense because they didn't really know who's out here type shit. Yeah. But the artists that they had, a lot of them were from Maryville. You know? Yeah, a lot of them were from Maryville. That's like my homie Face. I've been knowing that food since I was a kid. And those foods, Westside Rondo, Charisma the Phoenix Kid, Chris Weddle, and that from Glendale, I think Young Boss Ray is what he goes by. But it's all foods from Phoenix. That's I think Young Boss Ray and maybe Chris Weddle, the only one's not from Maryville specifically. But it was a lot. Yellow Hill was there. I don't know if you know who Yellow Hill is. Yeah, it was cool.
Wow. So it was a good vibe.
It was a good vibe, bro. Shit, I was done by the end of the night.
I feel like you and you said Face, you guys have a crazy chemistry too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've been knowing him since I was like 7 years old. He used to kick it with my brothers, like same thing, you know. Because we all grew up like a few blocks from each other. You know, like we were right there, like on 71st, kind of like between 71st and like 73rd. Okay. Right there in like the little neighborhoods. And then Face, he grew up right there on 75th. You know, so across the street from Al Oso Park, right there by where Trevor Brown is. Yep, the high school. You know, yeah, but he used to come over to my house all the time. Like he used to kick with my sister, he used to kick with my my brothers and stuff like that. He knew my parents. It's like everybody knew each other. You know,
so it's basically family.
Yeah, basically family. And like as you get older, you know what I'm saying. Everybody goes their own way. You know, but it's funny because I always knew he rapped. Like this was always a thing I knew. You know, it was always out there. And then. But I never connected with them on the photography space because, again, I was never really a thing.
Yeah, that was later.
And then I, like a year into, maybe like within the same year that I started photography, I went to this Majestics picnic right there in Avondale, and then he happened to be there. Gotcha. And then we just chopped it up from there. You know, we talked a little bit going on, and then I guess when I finally, you know, started to work in video spaces, you know, he wanted me to shoot a music video. Granted, the fact I never shot a music video.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Just never. Photography at the time.
Yeah, just photography at the time. Like I was like low key scared to do video. I was like, I don't want to fuck it up, type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, I want you to shoot the video, and I was like, oh fuck it. And I didn't even tell him. I was like, I didn't even tell him I never shot a music video before. You know, I think he kind of knew, but I was like, I didn't tell him. You know, and then I shot it, and that shit fucking blew up, bro. Like I think on YouTube we got like 100K right now. What? Yeah, which is good, you know, for like, you know,
that's amazing.
New shit, you know.
What's the name of the song?
It's called The GME.
The GME.
Yeah, The GME. So Face Capone.
Face Capone, The GME. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I shot that.
Your first video.
My first ever video. Yeah, my first ever music video. And like low key, for being the first one, honestly, it came out cool. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't hate it?
I don't hate it. Okay. I don't hate it. It could be better, obviously. But it's funny because, not funny, but it's cool because I was showing him, you know, I was like nervous. I was showing him all the stuff as I was going through the process. And I sent him a snippet off my phone. He dropped it on TikTok. Within like 2 days, 1 million views, dog. Yeah.
off the snippet you were just showing
Just
me.
off the snippet, and like low key, like that's props to the song because the song is tight.
Yeah, of course.
That's like I think people fuck with it because like it's like it bangs like
Okay.
right off the rip,
Yeah.
it bangs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got to have the video. It's 50-50.
Yeah, no,
you
no,
know?
but I will give respect to it, and I think a lot of people fuck with it because like the song does bang.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I'm
just
saying?
being modest, bro. The
Yeah.
video is dope too, and the
Yeah.
song. Both of y'all had a part in that, but that's hard. So it went up.
Yeah, it went up. It
That's
went up. It was cool,
crazy.
and like that's when like again like that gave me like a little bit of notoriety, you
Yeah.
know, like with the community and stuff like that. I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying?
You're like, damn, I could do video too.
Yeah, I was like, good shit, you know. I was like, this is
Yeah.
another way for me to make money. type
That's
shit.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Yeah, so now you do video and photography just
Yup.
from that.
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy. That's dope that you just jumped off the deep end. You
Yeah.
weren't like, hey, bro, I'm not sure. You're just like,
Go hard or go
All right,
home,
let's do
dog.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Shit.
yeah, let's
Somebody
get
else
in-
gonna do it if I don't.
exactly. Let's get into some of these topics. So,
Yup.
anybody I bring on, I like to jump through our 3 topics, which is sneakers, music, and then TV/movies. Like,
Right.
those are my things. I love that. So I
Right.
always want to jump into that. So the first one is sneakers. And Manny, if you have the pick, let me see your phone real quick too. And we'll throw it on the screen for the people watching, but they dropped the whole 2025 Jordan release thing where it shows like all the shoes that are coming out this next year.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that I'm excited for, but at the same time, bro, we were kind of talking like I kind of fell off too of shoes. You know, I haven't been copying a lot of stuff. So there is some dope stuff on here, like when I was in high school that I would have wanted, but I don't know if I'm gonna really cop anything. How are you feeling with Jordan? Do you rock Jordans?
Yeah, I rock Jordans. I like the fours. Fours are my favorite.
Fours, okay, yeah.
Not to cut you off, bro. You want me to pick this up? I kind of dropped those shoes real quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You want? Manny? Can you pick it up real quick?
Okay, my bad, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're
I was,
good,
like,
bro.
looking for my phone because I was
Oh,
looking
no.
for the picture.
Well,
too.
actually, hold up. Before we get into the topic, that's a good segue. We are here at Trends Arizona. So if you guys need some vintage, need some sneakers,
Thank you, bro.
please come out. Shout out to my boy Brian. He opened up a second store, and that's what we're in right now. Shout out to Brian at Trends Arizona out here in Tempe. He let us use this space, and that's what you see right now. So a little plug for my boy Brian. Thank you so much, bro, for letting us use this space. And yeah, that was perfect, bro.
Yeah, dope space.
Because I almost forgot about that.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
So boom, let's go back to these shoes. So you said you like the 4. So on here, I'm trying to think. What am I? These Aqua 8s have been a staple for a long time.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're dropping those is kind of crazy. Those are fire. What else we got on here? We got a couple 4s, like those Black Cat 4s are fire. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's something on here that I really like need, but I'm not gonna lie. Maybe these Pure Money 3s. I had a pair of those before.
Those white ones? The
Yeah, the all white
Those are
joints.
3s, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3s. Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
Pure Money 3s. Yeah, bro. I'm not. There's some dope. Don't get me wrong. If you're a sneakerhead, this is going to be a great year.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I don't know if I'm going to grab anything.
I'm not really big on like following like the shoe trends.
Yeah.
I'm more so like if I see it and I like it, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Okay.
You know? And like for me, the silhouette of the 4s always been my favorite.
Yeah,
You know?
that's definitely top 5.
Yeah,
silhouettes.
definitely. Like
Yeah.
the 3s, I don't know. I can't rock.
don't
with
like the 3s?
Nah, I don't. I
3s
don't,
are
I don't like
top
the
5 too.
elephant. I don't like the elephant.
The elephant
part.
print?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's not enough for me.
Okay.
You know? 4s are always been cool though. The silhouette of it is cool, like the shape of it, everything like that. 1s always gonna be 1s. 1s and 4s. That's what I rock with. And 13s.
Okay.
And 13s.
Damn, that's a crazy one. So some Flints or something.
Yeah, so like I got a pair of the Chinese New Year 13s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're like all tan and they have pink at the bottom. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
okay, I know which one you're talking
they're
about.
fresh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I,
different.
I like those ones. The 13s and 11s look kind of like the same, but the 11s like I guess a little more classic. You know?
Yeah, 11s you could definitely rock like you could wear a suit and all that with them,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
could dress them up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. And then what you show me the 8s? No, those black and
Yeah, the Aqua 8s.
Yeah,
those
those
were
ones
like a
too.
staple back in the day. Like the new generation is not gonna care about that, but like from my generation,
yeah.
that was like the one of them ones. Like,
Yeah.
damn,
Mhm,
we
yeah.
want those.
Yeah, everybody was rocking those when I was in like middle school and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Yeah, because we're about the same age. You said you're like 30, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I just turned 31 last month. So we're like about the same
Mhm.
age. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, tap in. Let us know if y'all looking for anything this year. I'm not crazy. Like even my boy bought me these. These are
Those are nice.
These are a new silhouette, and that's why I really wanted these. These came out last year. The biker Nigel Sylvester, so he dropped his own silhouette. So that's why I was excited and really wanted these bad because it was a brand new silhouette. You know, so that's kind of what I'm into is like something way different. I'm not really going crazy for the retros. You know.
Yeah. You know what I like? I like the up tempos.
Up tempos
The ones
are
that have the big ass air on the side.
Yeah, I used to have the Dust Till Dawn ones.
Okay.
So it looked like Phoenix Suns colors because it's like a sunset across the side. They're pretty crazy. But yeah.
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I used to have these Adidas. They were like skater S shoes, like SBs, but it was a collab with Arizona Iced Tea. Have you seen that? Look them up on the line, bro.
I don't think I've seen them.
Fresh.
They're fire.
So you know the green tea?
Yeah.
Right? So they had basically the design of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and they came with like different laces. It was all the shit, you know? And what's tight about it is it like on the little like the side where it usually has Adidas, it said Arizona on it. You know?
Okay.
So it was real cool, bro. Real. I fucked those shoes up though. I want to buy them again. I just don't know my size. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they'll run different.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, you know?
kind of want to grab them again.
Yeah,
though.
those
I
are
feel
fresh.
That's dope. So yeah, now let's jump into some music. So I sent you what we were gonna talk about. So shout out to Leangelo Ball. For anybody that don't know, that's under a rock. This is a part of the Ball brothers. They're obviously hoopers, but he came out with a song randomly. I thought it was his first song, but I guess I heard he has dropped some music in the past before.
Yep.
I never heard it, but this song is going viral, and it went viral because he was on a stream with that dude Neon, and they played it on there. What'd you think of this song, bro?
I didn't hate it, bro. Honestly, like whenever like I feel like a ball player puts out a song, I'd be like, oh man, start clenching up a little bit because I'm like, it's gonna be good, it's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't mad at it.
Okay.
I listened to it and I gave it the car test. Literally, I listened to it on my way here.
On the way here,
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me clear my mind. Let me like give it a good shot. You know, because I don't want to hate it right off the bat. And I wasn't mad. I was like, because you said it. I was like, it sounds like some 2000 shit.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I thought. I was like, it sounded like some Juvenile.
Bro,
Cash Money.
some New Orleans shit.
Yeah, because the way he was like making his voice go long. Like that's what they did, you know? Like it sounded like this should be in like a midnight club.
Yeah.
Like the video game, bro.
That's crazy you said that.
Dub edition.
I went on this was cool too. The song audio, the official audio, dropped on World Stars.
Yeah, I seen
YouTube. So I'm like, that's kind of hard because that's what it used to be. You would go to World Star to see.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. But I was looking at the comments, and all the comments were saying different games.
Yeah.
They're like, this would be on Madden. This would be on like,
bro,
you hit it on the head.
I was like, this sounds like some fucking midnight club go DJ era.
Yes, bro. That's exactly. So I was like you, like I'm not mad at it. But the more I listened, I'm like, this is not a good song.
Yeah.
But I like the hook. So if somebody doubled back and did a verse on it, you know how Wayne used to take everybody.
Like a freestyle? Oh, yeah, for sure.
It would go crazy, bro.
I missed Lil Wayne's mixtape era, bro. Like,
That's
that
what
shit
I'm
was
saying.
gas. Like, no ceilings.
So if someone out there just keep the hook on it for the beginning, then throw a freestyle on there, oh, that shit would be crazy.
Hard, bro.
Yeah, it'd be hard. So yeah, I wasn't mad at it either, bro. I wasn't mad at it. It definitely sounded like some New Orleans, like old Cash Money shit, or even some Master P.
Yeah, that's what
he
I
was
thought.
kind of like, like you said, drawing out his voice. I wasn't mad at it. So if y'all haven't heard it, go give it a shot and let me know. I'm definitely not gonna be like bumping it.
Yeah,
you know, but
yeah, a one or two times just to experience it, not bad. It's not bad.
It definitely would sound good in a Hummer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, Midnight Club back in the day, like a 2005.
Ryan Spinner, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny, bro. Yeah, I wasn't like you said. That's a perfect way to put it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be 100% worse. I'll give it like a solid 7 out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like a 7 out of 10 because it has
10.
potential. And like me, I'm like a big music lover. You know what I'm saying? So like again, like I be tuned into like music, you know? And I was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
It has potential. Because you hear some people and there's like, nah, just don't. Like,
Just stop,
just put it
bro.
down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
over
Like
with.
respectfully, put it down, you
Yeah.
know? But for him, I'm like, there's
something
something
there.
there.
There's something
like
there.
you obviously can do something. I was like, maybe this is your first shot at it, or maybe it's like your third, whatever. But I was like, as long as you fine tune it, oh, you straight, bro.
And it went viral too.
And it went viral. Said bro got the gas behind him.
It's harder to go viral when people want to hate. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? Like people when that dropped, I'm sure people wanted to hate, and the fact that he is getting some people on the fence, some people loving it, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's a good metric for success. Is like when you could like people who really, really have no choice but to like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about movies. I was telling you, are you a big movie guy? Or
I am.
okay, perfect. So I was thinking maybe we touch on, because I was trying to think of, I haven't really seen anything recently.
either.
I watched that new Sonic movie, but I don't really want to talk. I just went with my daughter. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not really trying to discuss
No, I feel
Sonic.
you.
You
I
know what
feel
I'm saying?
I mean, for the kids, you know, you
Yeah,
gotta
but
feel
yeah,
it.
anything. Yeah, of course. But I was thinking maybe we talk about our favorite movie of 2024. Did you watch anything that you like?
I haven't, bro.
year?
Honestly, like I haven't been to the movies since probably like last year.
Okay.
I don't know what movie I saw last, but yeah, I mean streaming, you know,
Just streaming
not
stuff.
even getting out the house. I actually, the last movie I saw was on Netflix. It was that Carry On movie that they're hyping up all over,
Oh, where
Yeah.
he's
like the bombs on the plane.
he's talking to him
Yeah,
through the thing. How
it's
was
not
that?
bad.
Okay.
Again, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
You know, me being like a movie buff, like I've watched so many movies in my life. I'm not gonna say like I love it, but again, I wasn't mad at it.
Okay.
You know, it's a
Little
good
Netflix
watch.
movie.
Yeah, it's a good watch. You know,
Okay, I might check that out. Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, I don't know if I want to waste my time, but it is what it is. Like that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
you know, just to
What-
throw on real quick.
what type of movies are like your favorite? Like what's your favorite movie?
So I always go back and forth with my favorite movies. So it depends how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
There's two. So one is Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, solid.
So it's either that one or this movie called Moonlight. Have you ever seen Moonlight?
Mm-mm.
Bro, you would absolutely love it because
Yeah.
the shots in this,
Okay,
just the shots alone are amazing. But the good storyline, everything
what's
like
it about?
that. So it is about a boy. This is in Florida.
Okay,
So it's about a boy that it starts when he's young. That's what it's a progression of his whole life.
Okay.
Because it starts when he's really young, like maybe 9 or something. And then it ends when he's like a grown man. So maybe like 20s.
yeah.
But it's a boy that's in Florida in the hood and he's gay, but he don't know he's
I was
gay.
literally about to ask that. Okay, it
Yes.
sounded familiar because it's a recent movie.
Yeah,
within the
yeah,
last
maybe
10 years.
Within the last 10 years, yeah, maybe like 6 or something like that. But so yeah, it's just a progression of him being gay in the hood, getting picked on a lot.
Yeah.
And then there's a switch halfway through where he's done getting picked on.
Yeah.
So now he goes hard,
Just crashes out.
crashes out,
Yeah.
becomes a different person.
Yeah.
And throws that gay stuff away. You know, and then you watch it from there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's just certain shots in it. It's really shot like really artsy. Like, but the storyline is amazing too. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
so it's like that's why it's one of my favorite movies. There's just so much behind it. Like
Yeah.
you can watch it at any time and catch something.
The intricacies.
Yes,
I feel
bro.
you.
Yeah, you would love it, bro. You should check that out. But
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I go back and forth between those two,
Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is a solid choice.
bro.
Yeah.
That shit is just, everybody knows that. What about you? What would you say?
My favorite movie, Pulp Fiction.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one where you can just. I think those are the best movies, right? Is when you can watch it and always every time you watch it, you see something like, oh shit, he did that because just little things.
Yeah,
little
like
things.
like Quentin Tarantino and like I think what is it, the Rodriguez brothers, who kind of like Quentin Tarantino has his movies, and then Rodriguez brothers kind of like
The
also,
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, like and them stuff. But yeah, they make good movies. But Quentin Tarantino is like my favorite movie. What is director, maker, however you want to put it. But like all his movies have been solid. The only one I would not say that I like 100% is probably like Reservoir Dogs. But it's low key.
Really?
That's his first movie though. So
Yeah.
again, like go back to there's the potential there. You can
Bro,
see.
the dialogue in that
Yeah.
one is insane.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like cult things that came out of that. Like it's like again being a big video game person. Have you ever played Conquer's Bad Fur Day? You know that game?
I know that game, but I didn't really play it. My homies love that game though.
Okay.
I didn't really get into it though, but I
Okay.
know exactly what you're talking about.
So off that movie Reservoir Dogs is just like a little fun fact, like how they have like Mr. Green, Mr. Pink, and
Yep.
stuff like that. That's where a lot of the inspo comes from, like with other things. You know what I'm saying? Like if people put that in their movies or their shows or whatever. There's a scene in that video game that's inspired by that, where they're like going to rob a bank and like, oh,
okay.
it's Mr. Green, it's Mr.
That's what
Pink,
you're
it's-
going by.
Yeah. So it's funny to see these things kind of like attach
For
themselves.
sure.
Because
Yeah,
that's basically what that video game was, like a big cult thing.
Oh,
about,
like a cultural.
yeah, like to different things. Like they had different cultural moments in there. It's funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, no wonder why everybody liked that thing. Because yeah, I never bought it or rented it, so I never even tried. But my homies would always tell me about it. I'm like, yeah, it sounds tight. So
they
I
had
know
like
what you're talking about.
they had like a Saving Private Ryan scene. Yeah, where it's like, you know, like you see that movie, right?
Yeah, of course.
Where
yeah.
everybody gets shot at, they're coming out like D-Day,
Yep.
you know, and there's a moment like that, and it's like you see it, and it's like all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, so you got to be really tapped in to like know what's up with that game.
Yeah, you gotta be like a media person. Like you gotta know a little bit about everything.
You got to be cultured for that game.
Yeah.
That's fire. Damn, I wish I would have played that game then. I didn't even know.
Play it, bro. Shit. buy a Nintendo 64. Play it, bro.
That's fire, bro. But speaking of movies, would you ever want to do like a movie or a documentary or?
That's funny that you bring that up because again, like so. Just for context. So again, like I haven't had a camera in a while, right? So I barely got one a while back. For whatever reason, like I had like financial issues and stuff like that, you know. But I got one again, and I was like thinking, I was like, okay, this is a moment for me to like really refresh myself. You know what I'm saying? To see kind of like, because I was so like I was going, and I burnt myself out. You know what I'm saying? I was like trying to do things. I was like low key kind of fucking shit up, you know, and it just wasn't going well. So now like I felt like I got like a good I guess base for what I'm doing, and that was what I'm doing. I was like, okay, what's the next move? You know, I was like, I don't know about a movie per se, right? But what I want to do is I want to create more artistic style visuals. You know,
Okay.
right? So like, I won't give too much on it because I really just want to put it out. But I do want to shoot like, you know, like mini movies, like little short films and stuff like that. You know, I want to do stuff a lot for where I'm from, again, Maryville. You know what I'm saying? I'm already talking to people and stuff like that about it. And just really could just put the art out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, short answer, yes. You know?
That's fire. In that stuff that you're working on, are you wanting to do like acting or is it a lot of just actual life stuff that you're shooting like artsy style or
no? I want to shoot like so like I have this thought in my mind. If you're again tapped in with music, do you know who Atmosphere is?
Yeah, I remember Atmosphere.
So it's like slugging that.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a song. It's called "It's Always Coming Back Home to You." If you know that song, it's like a very like you have to like be into it type song.
Yeah.
But I won't give too much on it. If you listen to it, if anybody wants to listen to it, it's a great song. And it's like a very, very storytelling song.
Got you.
Like from front to back, like it's like storytelling.
Yeah.
And I want to shoot like a short film to that song.
Got
you know what I'm saying? When you hear
I know exactly what you're talking
it'll
about.
make sense, you know? But I want to do stuff like that basically like I want to use like my experience with like as a music listener and as just like an art person to put that all into like creating like a visual experience that'll like provoke a feeling essentially, right? Because that's what we do it for. That's what art is. The art is the act of provoking feelings and creating something from nothing essentially. You know what I'm saying? So
damn, that'll be hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely I like that you have that first step though. You know, because there's things that may seem unattainable, but you have like the first step to it, and maybe it'll be a movie one day. You know what I'm saying? But you already have that first step. What's something that can you think of anything that seems so unattainable? You're like, bro, that shit will never happen, but it's still in your mind though.
Man, I don't know.
Is there anything? You got to think that big, bro. You got to think crazy.
Yeah,
like.
But honestly, and this is probably gonna sound like so cocky. I don't feel like there's nothing unattainable, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as long as you put the effort into it, and as long as you understand, to solve a problem, you got to understand the problem. That's the basis of anything, right? And the word problem, again, it sounds negative, right? But a problem is just something that needs to be. It could be anything, right? It could be something that just needs to be figured out, right? And if you think about it in that space, it's like what is the problem or what's the goal, right? It's to get here. Okay, let me figure out the steps to get there, right? And that's all you got to do. You know, it's just a process of elimination. It's a formula at the end of the day, you know? So I don't really feel like anything is unattainable. Again, back to the whole crypto thing, you know? When I was doing it and I was talking to people about it, I probably sounded like such a fucking nerd or like crazy, like, oh, no, that's wild. Yeah, but when people see you touch money about it, you know, it's like, oh, it's real, right?
Yeah, and now they believe you.
Right, and I figured that shit out on myself. I was just doing it. I was just putting little money in here and there, money here, money in there, whatever, and it's like, all right, I'm going to sit on it. You know, I'm gonna trust the process. I'm gonna see where it goes. You know, and then it worked out.
Yeah.
So honestly, that was really the like light bulb in my head that struck, where I was like, okay, if I can figure this out, then I can figure anything out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all I got to do is understand what's going on, you know? And then I can just work towards building that. You know what I'm saying? And then timing is a factor, right?
For sure,
so
everything, yeah.
that's all, you know. It's like, you know, take the right steps, you know, do it in the time that, you know, life is allowing you to do it, and just make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I like that, bro. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, if you think about it, bro, nothing is unattainable. If you put in the work and timing is there. A lot of stuff has to line up though.
Yeah.
And it's cool it helps you to understand that.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a lot of factors that need to line up, but
Yeah.
if they line up, it might work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fire, bro. I like that. Who's somebody in your line of work? It could be someone big, it could be someone local, anybody that actually inspires you. Like to do video, to do photo, whatever. Is there anybody specific that comes top of mind?
Like that inspires me?
Yeah.
Like I would say like not in like the photo or video space, you know? I try to like keep myself like not looking at everybody's thing, because then you compare yourself to stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I get inspired a lot by like music.
Okay.
You know, again, I'm a big music head, you know? I mean, the typical person is gonna say like Nipsey Hussle, but I really mean it. Like,
Bro.
I got to meet him one time, which is really cool.
Was
like,
it when he was out here doing that show?
Yeah. He was promoting his Victory Lap album. And I was this is
Oh,
when,
okay. So this was before.
This
yeah,
before.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
this before. Like, I think actually, I think he was doing a run around with that, and like I think he was coming out with a weed strain. So it was right there at Zia Records. You know.
Okay.
And it was real small. Like you would miss it if you
For
weren't
sure.
if you weren't a fan.
That's how those Zia ones always
Yeah.
are, bro.
Yeah, you would miss it. And like I seen it, I think like on the internet, you know. And this is before I even like was really on Instagram like that, like because I wasn't really even like that. I was just like following my favorite artists, you know, or whatever. And I was like, bet I'm finna go. And then I went. I got to meet him, you know, that time and stuff like that. It was real cool. And I think like a year after, that's when that happened. But yeah, like people like that inspire me because, again, the same thing is like nothing is unattainable. You know what I'm saying? So long, and especially as like, man, I feel like this is what I'm coming to understand is that like, so long as you put in the work ethic, you know what I'm saying? So long as you put in what you need to put in, life is going to give you what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? And like through his music, that's all he preaches about is like being a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Making money, making the right moves, doing it in the right way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Doing it with respect. Because again, he comes from the hood culture too. You know, he comes from the street, you know? And that, I think, in a lot is how I try to conduct myself. Is like, one, with respect, you know, and then two, with just keeping motivation high and, you know, just staying down, you know what I'm saying? Just staying down until you come up, you know? And again, that could take some time, you know? Like, I'm really not in a rush, you know?
It's a marathon.
Yeah, it's a marathon, you feel me? Like, and it's real cool because you need people like that. You need, and it don't got to be that specific person. There's plenty of other Nipsey Hussles out there, plenty of other people that are inspiring people like that. But you need somebody like that to show you that there is opportunity. Like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Because again, especially with people who grow up in the hood, you don't even got to be gangbanging. You don't got to do shit like that. It's the mentality that like, this is the only life I know, so this is all I deserve. You know what I'm saying? And it sticks with you. Anybody who grows up in the hood, you could probably relate to that. You know, where it's like, this is all I deserve. Your mannerisms, you know, the culture you grew up into, this and that,
and then what everyone tells you,
and then what everyone tells you. So like, again, I remember as a kid, you know, I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but I remember as a kid, you know, you go in the nicer neighborhoods and stuff like that, and they might not even, it might just be like a insecurity thing, but you feel like everybody's looking at you, like everybody's judging you, you know, because you don't have what they have. You know what I'm saying? You're not on their level. You're not meeting their expectations, or you're not as good as them, you know? But again, for stuff like that, it's like, again, like, you know, people like Nipsey Hussle or anybody who came from like, you know, areas like and made it out, is like, again, there needs to be a metric for success. You know what I'm saying? And there needs to be a visual of that. So that's kind of like what I follow is like, so long as I can work hard and stuff like that, you know, you start to inspire people around you just by being who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just by working hard, just by doing whatever it is. And it's like, you got to lead by example, you know? I think he's a perfect example of that, leading by example. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Because, one of the hugest things I got from him was just, like you said, staying down. Like, bro, until he dropped Victory Lap, he was, he was respected more so underground hood. When he dropped Victory Lap, that's when it went commercial, mainstream. And that was years, bro. Like,
probably like 10 years. Yeah, 10, 15 years in making.
Before that, he could come out here and do a little show and you could meet him and he'll be in the crowd and everything because he was so I don't want to say small, but like he was a regular artist at the time. It took him years to drop Victory Lap, and then that was the one that just shot him out of here.
Yeah, and I would say, like, any artist, especially like of his caliber, like had the opportunity to go Hollywood right away,
For sure.
But it's like he didn't want to do it that way. And that's kind of how I think, is like, I don't want to do it in a way that I'm gonna like sell myself out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or like fuck up like my integrity, or what I feel like is my integrity. You know what I'm saying? I would rather, again, like, baby steps are still steps. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I'm getting, like what I need, or getting out what I need, and I'm doing it in the way that I'm proud of, then I made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like how you said you're not in a rush.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, man.
That's fire.
Bro,
Shout out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Bro.
The way I was gonna put it like this, is that, like, I mean, we all headed to one place, I'm not in a rush to get there. You feel me? I was like, I'm gonna just take my time, you gotta enjoy the process, because if not, you're gonna hate it,
I struggle with that. But you're right, bro. We not in a rush. Go ahead and shout out your Instagram, man.
Yeah, my Instagram is Westside Peasy. It's WS_Peasy. I was finally able to get the one underscore,
Oh, you only on one now?
Yeah.
Because I remember you'd always say double.
Yeah, I had two, bro. Like, cause like, it's so funny, because like when you tell people stuff, like, oh, like your stuff, it's like, you want to tell them quick.
You want to make it as easy as possible.
As easy as possible. And now, I don't know, I randomly like checked it the other day and I was like, okay, cool, But yeah, it's WS_Peasy. Again, I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer. If anybody want to hit me up for some shoots, collab shoots, page shoots, whatever. If you just want to kick it, that's cool.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah, and if you're outside, if you're at an event, look in the corners, because Peasy might be there with a beer in hand, camera in the other hand.
Yeah, bro, that's what people see me all the time. Yeah, they're like, this fool got a Modelo and a camera. Yeah,
I love it, bro. Yeah, and just to circle back on that inspiration, bro, you inspire me. Like, everything that you're doing, the amount of work that you're putting in, you're really inspiring me and pushing me to keep the content coming. So I really appreciate you coming on with us. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Hit us up on Instagram too. But yeah, that's it. We out.
Good shit.
Peace.